Aloha and welcome to Maui Nonprofit Notes, where each week you will find us talking story with Maui's nonprofit executive directors and their staff to find out how they're working to support those with needs within our community. Maui Nonprofit Notes is generously sponsored by Pacific Source. If you're building or remodeling a home, please stop by Pacific Source's Cabinet and Appliance Showroom located in the Waikapu Base Yard. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. For those of you who may be listening for the first time to this weekly show, during the hour we share some of the experiences of our nonprofit agencies and just how they're changing lives, changing communities, and creating miracles of hope for those with needs. And needs come in all shapes and sizes and forms and whatever. Today, I guess we could say these are needs. Some's needs, some's wants. Good combination today. Both of you are up on the hillside. I love that. Did you ride down together? No.
No.
You didn't know you were coming to the same place. Aha. A good director would have told you guys that, yeah? I missed. Okay, so we're going to start off the show with a couple of folks from the Maui Job Corps Center. We've got Wendy Torreser, who's the admissions counselor.
It's Janelle, sorry.
Janelle?
Yeah, it's Janelle.
Where'd I get Wendy?
Wendy's our supervisor.
See, I called you Janelle when you came in, didn't I?
Right, you did.
Okay, so much for my note-taking. Janelle, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Better now that you got your name back, huh?
Oh, okay.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. But you are the admissions counselor.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And we've also got Shane Capololo.
Yes.
I got that one right.
Yeah.
And he is the... Hello. I can't read my writing.
I'm the career transition specialist.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it said, career specialist. So Shane's been here before. We've talked about some of the things that you do up there. Mm-hmm. But for Janelle, it's the first time.
Yes.
Good to have you. Good to
Thank
have you with us.
Thank you.
So, tell me. I think my first question usually is, are you full?
We are not full, technically. Every month, students tend to exit out and complete the program. So each time that students leave, I have to replace that. Yeah.
And because it's a kind of a self-guided course of study up there, if somebody comes in, some may spend 5 months, some may spend 2 years.
Yes.
2 years is a max, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, but it sounds like you've had a lot of folks with short time stays up there.
Yes. It all depends how fast you want to go through it, and, it's all self-paced.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now if you also work with them on their GED in case they dropped out of school.
Yes.
So if they come in and they need that, that's going to add to the time they're going to be there.
Yes, they can take the GED track or the CB diploma, get their high school diploma. The high school diploma takes a little bit more time due to, you have to go through 5 books. You're cramming 4 years into 9 months.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds like kind of fun. Wish I'd known about it back then.
It's great. It teaches them how to self-manage and time manage and pretty much mature in a way where responsibilities and accountability comes in real quick for them. It's a learning curve for them. So.
Is it basically a pass-fail kind of situation? Or are you actually doing grades?
No grades. It's all on progress. They go according, in the program it goes according to percentages. CB is pretty much a fail or pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they finish that up and then they go right straight into their career track?
They can, or they're doing it simultaneously.
They do it simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah. So the same time that they're doing their CB diploma or GED, they're also going through their trade, the selected trade, whichever they choose. Yeah.
I see. So they come in and they have a pretty good idea what they want to do.
Yeah.
What
some
they
of
want to
learn. Not all. There are some that come in and they're still kind of unsure, what they want to do as far as trade goes, and unsure of what they want to do after they exit. So before that, we do have a career prep program where they can kind of explore all of the trades that we offer, so they can see maybe what would fit them better. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So like if they come in and they think they want to do the custodial, and then they sit there and they eat that wonderful food you guys all prepare for their 3 meals a day for 9 months. All of a sudden, it's like, why do I want to do custodial when I could be a cook?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And they can switch.
And they can switch, yeah. As long as they're still within that first 3 weeks of the program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can choose to switch if they wish.
Interesting. So, where have we sent anybody who's graduated lately?
Well, with this recent exit that we just had, 2 of them went to California for advanced training in transportation communication. So I think, yeah, both of them went to San Jose, California. One of them, he is getting sent out to basic training on January 10th, I believe, with the Marine Corps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then we have a few placed with like Minute Stop. And then I think one of them went to Hula Grill out in Lahaina, doing prep cook and dishwashing. So.
Good. So we're keeping some of the folks here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
There for a while I was thinking, oh my gosh, every time somebody graduates, they're gone. They're being sent to for further education or training on the mainland, and those people don't tend to come back.
Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It kind of all depends on what their career goals are after they complete college or military or advanced training.
Does anybody ever come back and say thank you?
Oh yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, who is the typical candidate for attending classes at the Job Corps Center?
I'll let our admissions counselor.
There we go.
Basically, we go according to the eligibility criteria between the ages of 16 and 24, as well as we go and based on income. We try to look for those who are motivated and dedicated, because this is pretty much the step for them in their future. Whether they want to get a job, whether they college, advanced training, or military, it helps them to direct them in that direction.
I was thinking when you said 16. So if somebody drops out of high school and like they're 16 or 17, they actually can finish and get their GED before the rest of their classmates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And then be on to training and at 18 off to military service.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all that while attending school on government dollars.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because there's absolutely no charge to the students. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So
For anything.
yeah, upon acceptance into the program, each student is awarded like a $36,000 scholarship. So that scholarship basically would pay for their room and board, meals, transportation, and they also even get a stipend every 2 weeks on top of that for getting free training and education. Yeah.
Not too bad a deal.
Yeah, as well as helping them get their driver's permit and driver's license at the same time. So, and we have somebody on staff who does driver's education too. So everything is pretty much in Job Corps that you can take advantage of.
Right. And most of your students live there.
Yes. Yes. Most.
Okay. Because you've got folks from out other than Maui up there, right? What
Yes.
have you got? That one time you had a lot of students from, where was it?
Marshallese?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marshall Islands.
Yeah.
Yes, we have our population is from the Pacific Islands. We are also recruiting locally too. So that's one of our goals is to recruit locally too.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how do you go about recruiting? I mean, what would you say, or how do you find out that somebody might be interested in your program?
Well, I tend to go out into the community, get Job Corps out, the name out, and calls start flowing in. Right from after, like, I give it about a week, calls start flowing in, and they ask what is the criteria. So after I give them a little brief summary, we schedule a campus tour, and they get to see how the program is run in a nutshell. And if they decide they want to do an interview, then the application process can start with the interview and all of that.
Cool. So is that presentation, where would you kind of do that presentation?
On site.
Well,
On-site,
no, I
yeah.
mean when you're out in the community
Oh,
talking about it.
I just we have areas that we do touch, and I do maintain, and I just talk to them.
So are you
about
speaking
that
to like Rotary groups or?
I speak
Or
to
to-
like nonprofit groups. Like
Okay.
I try to get into the high schools for one.
Okay.
Speak with the senior counselors there. I just started, so I'm trying to
Right. Feel your
get a
way
feel-
through, yeah.
feel my way through, and one person, and that person can direct you to somebody else. We
Right.
did touch base with MPD, and they have those youth programs that they have.
Right.
They keep in contact with us, and vice versa, and they're like, oh, we have this certain person that is interested, how can we get in? And then I take it from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're doing these sessions, you really don't know what the potential is. There's no way to know who's dropped out of school or who knows somebody who's dropped out of school.
Right. Yeah.
And in some cases, people drop out of school. They don't even want to hear the word school for a while. And then maybe a year or two passes and they realize they need it. So they want to come back and get started again. And that's really where you guys shine,
Right.
is being able to help those folks who wouldn't get the education without you.
Right. Right. Yes.
Very good. Well, it's interesting to me that in going out and making presentations like that, I mean, I would imagine all of us know somebody who's either dropped out of school or maybe they finished school just because that's what was expected of them, but still have no idea what they want to do.
Right.
And then we also see a lot of folks who graduate from high school go take some 6-month course in something and learn kind of a trade, and then turn around and 6 months after that go, what am I doing, right?
Yeah.
And so that makes you guys a really good alternative for them, because they've spent what little money they had on education on that 6 months training. Now they have no money. Here you are. You're ready to help them learn about some other things that they might want to try.
Right.
Now, what happens if they take the course, graduate, and then don't ever do it? Don't ever go into that profession? Is that a part of, are they promising to do it for 5 years or something? Or
It's not required. We would prefer them, because the thing that we're trying to do is create a career path for everyone. So if they are interested in culinary, we're trying to create a career path for them to get into culinary when they exit. But it's not always the case with each trainee or individual. So sometimes, they go through a culinary program, and then once they get out, and they start working, and they're kind of like, maybe I actually want to try something different. So, it is open for them. We don't say you have to do culinary after you exit because you graduate from culinary. If they choose to do something else, they can, definitely.
Okay.
They can go and experience other things. And
they haven't signed any agreement saying, I will do this for 6 months or
no,
pay you back half of my tuition. Or
No.
Nothing like that.
Nothing
Okay.
like that. Yeah, no.
Okay.
no.
But pretty much they know. Let's say somebody comes in, they've graduated from high school, they want to go through the culinary courses. If they take it at what you call it, a normal process through it, does it take 2 years?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So you're going to be working with them roughly how long if they just do the normal routine?
Well, if they already come in with their high school diploma, there's no real timestamp on that because everything is self-paced. Everything is kind of based on the students. So if they really wanted to hustle and they really want to get out there and work, some of them can go as short as 3 months. But if they really want to take their time and kind of absorb everything, they can stay for probably about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then part of your job is finding them a job
Yeah.
in the community once they're ready to go.
Once they're ready to exit, yes.
We got to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Aloha, this is Paul from Pacific Source. We'd like to wish everyone the happiest of holidays and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands kinds of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Maybe you can give your home a holiday gift that you'll love. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380 or look us up online at packsource.com.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Oh, isn't that nice? I love Christmas music of all kinds, and Gary knows how to pick them out for us. So getting back to talking about Maui Job Corps Center, we're talking with Janelle Torreser, the admissions counselor, with Shane Capololo, who is the career specialist or strategic placement person or whatever we want to call him. Basically, the training classes that you have are in business office technology, culinary arts, facilities maintenance, and retail sales. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay, so now do you like somebody in retail sales? I mean, people say, why do you need a training for that? You know, you go and you sell. But today's world is not that simple.
Yeah.
So do you actually have like a store set up on site?
Yes, we do. So our retail trade is basically set up like a store. So it's called actually EK Enterprises, where the students in the trade they help other trainees like fit on their, because we have uniforms on campus for each trade, so they help fit them for the uniforms. They also learned how to hem clothing if pants are too long, and they also have a POS system or point of sale system where they can use like fake money to count back change, and then practice using a register and how to ring up
Products.
the trainees and
The
products
sale.
and stuff like
the-
that. Yeah. And then we also do have like people in the community that do donate like clothing and stuff like that. So in case maybe some of the students had an interview and they don't have interview clothes, they can go and borrow or purchase clothing over there, and then they can practice their customer
cool.
service and sales over there as well.
So now, does that give somebody the advantage over someone who just walks in off the street looking for a job at a retail store?
Yes.
That they have this training and experience?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because besides the hands-on experience that they do have, they also do get certified. So like their customer service certification, and then we also do have other certifications. I know they're also helping some of the students like get their forklift certification. If some of them are kind of interested in doing like warehouse work, so forklift certifications are usually required or preferred. So they also do other certifications that kind of help them get a specific job that they might be interested in as well.
So they're kind of a step ahead of the average person who just walks in and says, I think I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
These people have been doing it, know what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you also have where you can send them out to work on is it a trial basis or for a internship type thing?
Yeah, so we have a work-based learning program where it's a 6-week unpaid internship. So we basically have community partners around Maui where students, once they reach a certain percent in their trade, they can go out and kind of just get work experience. It's not meant to replace any of the employees. They're just basically there to get trained and get work experience. And there is actually some kids that because they do work hard, some of the companies actually do like them. They end up hiring them, which in turn kind of saves them money because they don't have to retrain someone new and stuff like that. So we have people like Haleakala Solar that just hired one of our facilities maintenance students. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
So you've got some really good paying jobs that these people can be hired out on.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's great, because that's always the next question is, okay, are these career paths or are these temporary jobs they're going to have until they get serious?
Yeah.
But I mean, we know any of these could lead to full-time careers and
Oh yeah.
and
Definitely.
good opportunities.
Definitely. Yes.
So you said you're not full.
Yeah, we're not full.
She says that like she's got work to do, doesn't she? It's like this load she's got. So, but you just had a graduation.
Yeah, we
Yes.
just did.
Yeah.
So how many students you looking for now for this next round?
This next round, kind of like maybe between 10 to 12.
Oh, okay.
Yes, about 10 to 12.
Because your total capacity is what, 130?
132.
132. Okay.
Yes. At our max. Yeah,
Okay.
That's our max, 132.
All right. And that's the one that they can all live on campus at 130.
Yes.
think I saw.
Yes, with some of the exceptions of being a non-resident. Some exceptions,
Oh, okay.
but we tend to want them to get the feel of independency and, you know, not I guess like growing up, I guess you can say, living on their own, knowing how to, you know, be responsible, be accountable, and basically getting a feel of I guess you can say like college-wise.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
being away from family and everything. Yeah.
So if they live here and they come up there and they are residents on campus, do they have the same do they have the opportunity to take off every weekend and go home, or do you recommend that they stay there and
Oh no,
be
they can,
involved in what's going on?
after their first week, because the first week of being in the program, they're not able to go home on the weekend because they have some certain things that they have to take care of, like the orientation of the campus and of the dorm life, as well as doing like their swim tests and everything. Right.
Swim test.
Yes,
okay.
a swim test, because they tend to be rewarded, you know,
Cool.
to go beach times. But with that, after their first week of being there, they can go home on the weekends.
Okay.
As well as take personal leaves when they accumulate. When they first reach in, they have 5 personal leaves. That's technically like 5 vacation days or sick
Oh.
days that they have. That's already
Gotcha.
part of
Oh, okay.
enrollment. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
But now those who are from out of state or off island, you do furnish some travel for them.
We do. So yeah, if you're from another island, or if you're from the Marshall Islands, Job Corps will pay for your flights, round trip flights, on breaks. Like now we're on winter break, so we'll pay for your flights back home to go visit family, and then you'll come back, and then
That's
start
a
the
pretty
training.
sweet deal, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
And then, but over the years, I've talked with Shane and some of your other co-workers up there, and it seems to me like this is such an opportunity for somebody who doesn't want to study history forever
Yeah.
in college, and higher mathematics and
Yeah.
whatever else is out there.
Yeah.
Just wants to learn a trade and get out there and work. This is so perfect because you're number one, you're paying them basically to learn.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nobody ever offered me that. And the opportunity to work at your own speed, I think, is also a great thing, because you probably do have some overachievers who come in. That makes up for the ones you got to keep pushing.
Right. Yes.
But to think that you've had some graduates that went on to college study for further education, and you guys also paid for part of that.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
do as well. Yeah, we currently have one trainee who is in that college program. So she's still a resident on campus. She lives at Job Corps. We provide the transportation to and from her classes, and we do pay for part of her schooling as well.
Her
Yeah.
tuition and some of her textbooks, I think.
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow. Well, then you also had some that graduated and went on to further training, and some of that further training was in colleges and so forth, and some was with private companies who were looking for tech people. The opportunities are just so awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's huge. The capacity is huge. It's just if you can take advantage of it or not. That's the thing. It's
yeah.
like take full advantage of it.
Wouldn't it be a great Christmas present to tell somebody about this opportunity? Somebody who's just can't quite make up their mind. You say, hey, right now they're enrolling.
Yes. Yeah.
Give Janelle a call.
Please.
And if they do that, what number should they call?
They should call 808-579-6506.
579
6506.
6506. And then you'll set up a time for them to come and tour the campus.
Tour the campus, and if we decide to push on with an interview, we can get that rolling also. And the application process starts at that moment.
Then they don't have to wait until next September to start.
No.
I mean, to me, that's the beauty of it right there, is that you get all excited about it, and then it's like, okay, we'll see you September 8th. You know, wait.
And another great thing too is we do tours every Thursday at 10 a.m. So anyone that is interested, in the program and just want to come and visit just to see if it might be something of interest, every Thursdays at 10 a.m. we do tours on campus.
Yes,
And-
Thursdays.
Do they need to call or just show up?
I recommend that they call so that I know how much are going to be on the tour, and
Okay.
it's not like a surprise, like, oh, hey, we're here. But I mean, I take them all, the surprise as well as the calls I take. So.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And your website is so easy. I mean, I love it. You know, some websites go on and on and on and on. You guys, I mean, it's like a paragraph. Here it is. Bam. What do you want to know? You know, and then go on to the next question, and there's the next answer. Once more, the phone number is
808-579-6506.
and the website is maui.jobcorps.gov.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Awesome.
Aw,
Thank
Was
you
that
so
fast?
much. That was.
Oh,
See?
man.
You want to do it again? we can ask Lana if you can have her turn.
No. We share.
There you go. Very good. Any last thoughts you wanna put out to all the folks listening?
To all you guys, if you guys are interested, please call.
Or
And
if-
I'll be more than happy to help you.
Or if you know somebody who might be interested.
Or if you know somebody that might be interested.
What a
just
great
call.
Christmas present to give to somebody. Hey, here's a chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
The chance that
That'd be
you
awesome.
never thought you could get.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We're hiring you.
We're hiring you. And that's what it amounts to, isn't it? Because you pay their room and board, you pay them a stipend, and you train them.
Yep.
I love it. You got to love it. I love it.
Yes.
That's the only reason I might wish I was 18 again. Wonderful having you guys on. Have a very Merry Christmas
Pleasure.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank
and
you so
Happy New
much.
Year to everybody up at the Job Corps.
Aloha.
Thanks,
Thank
Shane.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Janelle.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. And now we shift gears. Like I said, staying on the hillside. We're talking to Lana Carell, who is the programs manager for Hui Noeau.
Thank you for having me, Susie. It's my pleasure to be back here again.
Oh, hey.
Always good to see you.
Always fun. Thank you. Thank you. So, nothing's going on up there this week, right?
Oh, it's definitely Hui holidays right now. We have our whole gallery right now is transitioned over to being a giant gift shop. So anyone looking for a last minute Christmas gift, we're open today until 4 o'clock, and we're open tomorrow from 9 to 4. So we have a lot of great last minute gift items that you can come by and get. We have our gallery shop has a lot of locally made arts and crafts, and just a lot of really neat, fun museum quality items. Great gifts for kids or the creative person in your life, and I've been spending some of my paycheck there recently.
I'll bet.
Yeah,
Hard to walk past it, isn't it?
definitely.
You look at it one day and you think about it and you think about it and got to do it.
And I swear, every time I come downstairs and I walk through the gallery, it seems like we're getting new items in. So there's always these little surprises, even for me, and I'm there almost every day. So please come on by and check out our gallery shop.
So for the folks who maybe haven't been there and checked out the gallery and the shop as it sits for Christmas, what kind of a price, what's the minimal price of something if they just wanted something to give to somebody who has everything? And
Well, I would say we have a range of items ranging from a couple of dollars all the way on up to fine, beautiful, quality, high-end art pieces. So every budget. We will accommodate every budget for sure. And I realized I didn't say what the Hui is. And
There you go,
Some
okay.
of the listeners may not be familiar with Hui no Eao.
Good point.
So I should probably start there.
Okay.
And tell everyone that Hui no Eao is a nonprofit visual arts center. We're in Makawao, about 5 minutes below Makawao town. And our mission is to unlock creativity through exceptional visual arts education, which is kind of a fancy way of saying we have really awesome art classes. And the second part of our mission is to enhance the endeavor of all of our art classes and activities through the preservation of the beautiful and historic Kaluanui estate.
And what a place.
Oh, it is. It's quite a beautiful place. We have about 25 acres, and the main house where our gallery is, was built in 1917, so coming up on 100 years old now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just 2 years away.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a year away, really.
The Hui is this really incredible mix of history and new creative energy. So we have the main building, which, like I said, was built in 1917 and is just this lovely, historic, Mediterranean-style home, and a couple of original outbuildings that we've transformed into artist studios. So, for example, what used to be the stables for the property is now part of our ceramic studio. The garage for the house is now a printmaking studio. We've been very creative with transforming this historic space into an artist space. So yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's kind of Hui in a nutshell, I guess you could say.
And it's just, is there anybody in the art field that has not had something to do with the Hui?
Well, the Hui is involved in, we're a pretty critical force in the visual arts on Maui. There's no other school like us here, and I feel really lucky to be part of the Hui as an organization. And I also am thankful that it exists for our community, because there's no other place like it here. And for such a small island, we're very lucky that we have a resource like the Hui here.
For sure.
We have classes for children starting at 2.5 all the way through adults. We offer about 300 classes every year. So it's just an incredible resource for Maui to, if you're interested in the arts, you can look at our website, which is huinoeao.com, or give us a call, 572-6560. And we have new classes starting up all the time for all levels, all ages. So if you've got that creative interest, we're there to support you.
As you're going through that, the description of what happens at the Hui, I'm thinking Christmas presents.
Yes.
Beyond buying something in the gallery.
Right.
If you've got somebody in your life who is kind of special friends or relatives, or maybe you do some exchange at work, or you want to give your boss something special, you've got memberships.
Yes, I actually have a couple of creative gift ideas for everyone listening. So the first one, like you mentioned, would be memberships. We have a great membership program. When you become a member, there's different levels. The individual level starts at $45. You can get a family membership for $75, and it goes on up from there, and they have various benefits. One of the main benefits of becoming a member is that you receive 20% off all classes for a year. For a family member, your children would get those benefits. So if you're signing up for a summer camp with us, you would receive 20% off the class tuition. So that's a really big perk of becoming a Hui member.
Right.
So that's one really important creative gift, and it really gives back to the Hui and supports what a wonderful art center we are. It helps us just in everything that we do, from classes to exhibitions to just keeping our doors open, preserving the estate. It helps tremendously. So membership would be a great gift.
Gotcha. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back and talk more about Hui no Eao.
Aloha, this is Paul from Pacific Source. We'd like to wish everyone the happiest of holidays and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and Lock and Tina folding doors. Maybe you can give your home a holiday gift that you'll love. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380 or look us up online at packsource.com.
It's been my secret passion to try it. To spend my Christmas surfing, I can't deny it. I want to spend my Christmas on the Kona coast in Hawaii. For years I saved my pennies and planned it. The great Pacific Ocean will span it.
Where did you dig that one out from?
Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I don't either. And
I like it.
Let's not send everybody to the Kona Coast, though. Interesting. Boy, you really know how to dig them up. It's too bad. Is this the last week we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Can't we do it before New Year's next week?
Yeah, there's some New
Let's do
Year's
that.
songs.
Yeah, let's do some New Year's.
Oh, like
Or-
three versions of Auld Lang Syne.
No. We'll pass on that one. But I do love the Christmas music, and it seems like it's gone so fast this year.
It has.
I mean, it was just Thanksgiving, and it goes that month is faster and faster.
You have 2 shopping days left, right? Today and tomorrow. That's it.
Well, according to my credit cards, I'm done.
Oh, there you go.
That's one way to judge how much shopping days you have. So we were talking about giving the gift that keeps giving, actually. We were talking about memberships. And during the break, I was asking, let me say who we're talking to. Lana Correll and from the Hui. And we're talking about presents that you can give. And I just made the suggestion that, I'm thinking about a couple of people who, you never know what to get them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, the one thing that I've heard them say more than once is, I've never been up to the Hui.
Well, you got to change that.
I know, and that's what
We've
I'm
gotta-
thinking. Okay, give them a family membership because I know the kids would love the classes.
Yes, we have great children's classes for all ages.
Yeah, so for $124, excuse me, you've got 2 adults and the dependent children that live at home. And that 20% discount that you talked about applies to all classes for all of them.
Yes, so everyone in the family can take a class and receive the 20% off if they have a family membership, which starts at $75 or higher. So it's a great deal.
And that's as many classes during the year as they want.
Yes,
That's incredible.
It is. So there's no reason not to take a class with us.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I really am going to come up there and do the glass blowing thing.
Good. We have a lot of glass blowing is one of our newest media, but we have a lot of great classes in all of our media: ceramics, painting, printmaking, drawing, digital media, fiber art. I'm probably forgetting something, but there's just so much going on all the time. We're just abuzz with creativity pretty much every day of the week. Always
That's-
something to see.
And just coming up to the grounds. I mean, when you pull in that driveway and you just look out at where you are,
Yes.
it just it takes away those of us who live and work in town. It's a whole different experience.
It is. And one thing that I think maybe some listeners out there don't know about the Hui is that we're open to the public every day of the week from 9 to 4. And you can come by, check out our gallery, have a picnic on the lawn, just enjoy yourselves, bring the family. It's kind of like a park up there, and just
Beautiful park.
beautiful grounds to play with your kids, fly a kite, We have some kites for sale in the gift shop, so you can just come and buy one of those and go fly a kite.
So when you pay for your kite and somebody says go fly a kite, you're ready.
You're ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's neat.
exactly. And while we're on the subject of gift ideas, another great gift would be a gift certificate for Hui classes. We have classes that range from just 3 or 4 hours all the way up to a 6-week class. So if you're looking for something to give to someone that has everything, give them the gift of creativity and a great experience, because that's something they'll never forget and they'll probably thank you for many years to come. So Hui classes are a wonderful present for anyone.
And that, I would guess that that's something that somebody might sit there and go, I think I'd like to try it, but they're just not going to maybe spend the dollar to do it.
Yeah.
And if somebody gives you the gift of the class, it could be the start of a whole new career for somebody.
Yes, it gets you in the door. In fact, we just got this thank you note from a woman who received a scholarship from us, and she was just so thankful and for the opportunity to be, she was in a jewelry class with us, and now she's going to be starting up her own business making jewelry, and she said it really changed her life.
Wow.
So the arts are a really powerful way of affecting communities and individuals in a really positive way, and it can be just through getting someone into one class can change their whole life and give them a new career track or just inspire them in a new way.
That's interesting. I know somebody who wanted to do some painting. All their lives they talked about it, never did anything until, gosh, what was she, 83? She went down to Kaunoa and took one of the classes down there, and now she's painting all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, she's giving canvases away for Christmas
That's
to people
beautiful.
of things that mean something to them. How original.
That's great. Yeah, we actually had some classes this past week where people were making bangles and rings, which would make great Christmas gifts or birthday gifts later in the year. But I say to anyone that's listening that thinks they may be creative, don't wait. Just throw yourself into a class. If you're in a beginner class, everyone else is going to be new too,
Right.
and no one knows what they're doing yet. So you're in great company, and our teachers are so nurturing and very supportive. They're going to guide you through the class, teach you how to use all the different tools, and you'll be amazed by what you can do at the end of class.
Interesting. Very interesting. Very good. So I'm thinking that this lady may be a gift certificate for a class at the Hui.
Yeah.
Is her next step?
That might be a great one. Classes are just a wonderful experience. I think I like to give gifts to my friends and family that are more than just something that's going to sit on the shelf. And being in a class, you're making new friends, you're learning an art form that can help you in later life, you're learning technical skills, you're having a great time. It's just an all-around great experience. So I'd say a class would be top on my list to give to someone I love.
Gary, what do you think? I think she loves her job.
I think so.
Yeah, and loves the surroundings and the people involved in what's happening at the Hui. That's great.
There's a lot to love at the Hui.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Definitely.
Now, we talked about this is kind of downtime as far as exhibitions and things because you've got everything pretty much turned into the gallery.
Right. We're a giant gift shop right now, but that's about to change on Monday. So we're going from a little bit of downtime to our most prestigious show of the year. If there are any artists listening, you have some work that you created, you can bring it in on Monday, December 28th to the Hui. We're at 2841 Baldwin Avenue, just below Makawao, and we'll be receiving artwork that's been created within the past 2 years in any medium, any theme. We're open from 9 to 4 for you to drop off. So that show is really just an incredible display of all the talent in our arts community. And it's open to people who have exhibited many, many times before, or if you've never done it before, we welcome you. So it's a great opportunity.
Talking about ceramics, printmaking, sculpture, photography, jewelry, digital imagery, fiber, painting, glass, and wood.
and anything else you can think of that's not on that list.
There you go.
Our artists on Maui are very creative, so sometimes we get some surprise mixed media experiences as work is coming in, and that's always a joy to see.
Cool. So they're starting to receive these on Monday, December 28th. That's this coming Monday. And then the opening reception for the exhibit is January 8th,
yes.
says.
Yes. Well, we actually open January, I believe it's January 7th, that evening. And then, oh no, I'm wrong. Sorry about that. January 8th is a Friday. Our openings are always on a Friday from 5 to 7. So that would be the really exciting time to come on by and see the show. And then it will be open starting January 8th all the way through February 18th.
Wow. Now, is this one where the items are for sale as well?
Yes. So not all of the pieces necessarily, but a lot of them will be for sale. So that's gift season is over, but if you're looking to expand your collection of fine art, buying a piece at the Hui Gallery is a wonderful purchase. I feel like it's a win-win, because when you buy a piece from us, you support a nonprofit and all the work that we do in the community, but you're also supporting a local artist, and you're getting something wonderful that's going to bring you a lot of joy wherever you end up putting that art piece. So
and it definitely,
three-way win.
Definitely will be a one of a kind.
Yeah.
Cool. Now also coming up in February is your Art Affair 2016.
Yes, Art Affair 2016. This year the theme is Andy Warhol, so we're going to have a lot of fun creative decorations, and that's another great gift idea too. If you're looking to have a fun time with a loved one, we have tickets for sale. They start at $175 for a standard ticket and go up to $250 for a premium ticket, and it's such a fun party. I love going to Art Affair. Well, I work at Art Affair every year. I don't get to go, but I get to dress up, and I love that. Everybody on the whole staff dresses up. All the guests are dressed to the theme, so it makes it for a really fun ambiance for everybody.
Neat. So about how many people come to an event like that?
Gosh, I want to say about 300.
Okay.
Yeah. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and really enables us to do what we do all throughout the year, which is offer wonderful classes, bring great visiting artists from all over the world, do community outreach, go into schools, and we've got a lot of creative fun programs coming up that I don't know if I can talk about yet, but stay tuned, because we've got some great things for 2016.
We will have you back.
Yes, I would love to come back and talk about those.
You've, over the years, the Hui has shifted gears a little bit, right? To being more community, everyone involved in the arts sort of thing.
Well, I feel like we've always been really open to the community and wanting people to participate. And in fact, if anyone out there is listening and you have an idea for a class, or you know of a great artist that you want us to bring, we're open to getting those ideas. So check out our website, huinoeao.com, and let us know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Other ideas you want to put across here? We've got a few minutes yet.
Well, let's see. I guess what I'd like to touch on a little bit is that I think sometimes the arts are overlooked as a need in the community, and the arts are such a healing force. I think about the world that we live in right now, and often it can be kind of a scary place, especially with some of the recent events that have happened in our world. And I think by giving people of all ages access to the arts, you allow people to express feelings in a really positive way and give them tools to process what's going on. So I see the arts as really critical as a healing force for people. And I also think they're a really great way of building skills in our youth that will lead these young people to become positive contributors to our world. So I know that sounds a little
No, it's a great philosophy. I love that. And you're right. I mean, it is. How else can you express yourself? And I mean, it's kind of, I relate it to like that letter that you feel you have to write.
Yes.
And you write it, and it's so bad, you go, oh, I can't send this. I need to work on it.
Yeah, but the arts have
The
a similar
arts,
feel.
yeah.
You can get out those emotions and create something that could be really amazing in the process.
Right.
And I think also by displaying your work, so if you're an artist that chooses to exhibit your work, you're also allowing other people to connect to that piece that you made and they experience some emotion. So that's a really beautiful part of the visual arts that I think is often overlooked, that it is very healing and very powerful and can change lives.
Has art always been a part of your life?
Yes, my parents enrolled me in classes at the Hui when I was probably 5 or 6 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So I have some photos of me in the gallery at our youth art exhibition pointing to a piece that I made and feeling really proud of it. So yeah, I've always been involved in the arts, and I'm
Cool.
really grateful that my parents encouraged me to be creative. I think creative skills are probably one of the most valuable skill sets to have in the workforce today. If you think about being an entrepreneur or working in marketing, it's all about being creative. How much out of the box can you be? What new twist can you spin on it? How can you develop new products? Even designing products, everything that we use in our lives
Right.
was created by somebody with a visual eye. So getting your kids in art classes is a great way to start them on that path.
Very good. Very good. What a concept for Christmas. Let's make 2016 the year of art.
Yes, I would love that. And
Yeah.
you can start by coming to the Hui.
There you go. You got a day and a half yet. Today is the gallery's still open. Tomorrow's open till 4.
Yes.
Come and check it out. Take a look, and don't forget those memberships. What a way to celebrate the arts with your friends.
Yes, and also our website is a great source of information on everything that we have going on. I wasn't even able to talk about everything that we have because we're just so busy
So
all the
much.
time,
You
which
got
is
it.
wonderful. So go to our website. It's huinoeau.com, which is huinoeau.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you so
Lana.
much, Susie.
Okay, Maui Nonprofit Notes is sponsored as a community service by Pacific Source, the builder's choice. Give Paul and his staff a call at 986-0380 or stop by their showroom in the Waikapu Base Yard on East Oahe Way to see how they can help you with your building project. Maui Nonprofit Directors Association's mission is to provide personal and professional support to nonprofit executive directors, their organizations, and the community of Maui. Please visit our website at mauinonprofit.org for a list of member agencies. Today we visited with Lana from Hui no Aiao, and you can reach her at 572-6560. And we also talked with Janelle and Shane from the Job Corps. Hello, Maui Job Corps Center. Give them a call at 579-6506. You're pushing me, Gary. Mahalo for tuning in, and don't forget to join us again next week right here on Wednesday at noon. KAOI Radio, 1110 AM, 96.7 FM, when we'll be featuring representatives of 2 other member agencies. Until then, I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific and host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great week and a very Merry Christmas. Aloha.